What's the most misunderstood thing about you?
I think it's that, man. I think it's the selfishness or, arrogant. Well, maybe not the arrogance.
You have to be though. You have to be. You have to be.
Maybe not that.
You have to be though.
I mean, when I'm playing, it's a different side of it. I think it's the perception of the way I am on the court is the way I am off the court. It's two completely different things, man. Two completely different things. I mean, I can be an absolute teddy bear at home with my family, with my kids, and enjoying that family time. And I'm really psychotic about having that family time and making sure we're doing what we have to do as a family. I'm doing school drop-offs and pickups and, giving my babies a shower and doing all this stuff. Like, I'm making sure I'm there for them as much as possible. Right. And so, but on the basketball court, it's a completely different animal. And I think the biggest thing is, I see people saying, well, I don't like him.
You don't know. And what?
Okay.
Right.
I mean, who are you?
Right.
Like that sort of stuff. But it's all good. It comes with the territory.
Have you ever shot an air ball from the free throw line?
No.
So how do you feel that you should be, if you're a top 10 player in the league, you should ever shoot an air ball at the free throw line?
I'm sure it happens.
But you haven't. I haven't. I've never been top 10. I don't think if you're a top 10 player, you should never shoot an air ball free throw.
Are you referring to something in particular?
Just all-stars period, because multiple all-stars have done it.
Yeah, I can only speak from personal experience, man. I've never shot an air ball from the free throw line.
And okay, you haven't? Okay.
No. Not even with my left hand.
Not even my left hand, right? All right.
This year will be, when June rolls around, 20 years since you won your first title. What immediately comes to your mind? Crazy, right?
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Long time.
Whoa. Oh, man. Shit. Nah, I remember just us, being really excited that we got through Portland.
They were tough.
What?
Tough. We had Bonzi on set a couple weeks ago, and he was telling us about that series and how back and forth
it was. He was a nightmare. He was a nightmare matchup for me, man, because I was really scrawny and like 120 soaking wet, and he would just try to beat the shit out of me in the post. And him, Stacey Augman, they really helped me develop my post defensive presence because that was a weakness. I had to develop that quite a bit. But I remember just going into the Indiana series, we were just ready. We were confident. We knew how we wanted to execute. We knew what we needed to do. And we just tried to take them out their sets as much as possible, man. And then, Jalen slid his foot under mine and caused the series to go a little longer than it should have. Mm-hmm. But, ultimately we got it done.
Any pregame rituals or superstitions that you had throughout your career?
Nah, I don't have none.
Just go out there and go to war.
Man, I go out and hoop, man. Like sometimes, like on game day, if I'm tired, I go to sleep. If I'm not, I won't.
You never
walk around. I'll walk around.
A pregame nap wasn't essential for you?
Nah, like if I was tired, I'd go to sleep.
Right.
If I wasn't, I just wouldn't.
Chill.
Sometimes I'd sleep like for 15 minutes on the training table before a game.
And that's all you need just to reload?
Yeah, because I'm already in shape. I don't need to sleep to be in shape to ready to go. Like I can run all day already. My stamina's already where it should be. So like whether or not I'm sleepy or not, like being sleepy and then being fatigued are two different things. I can play the game and be sleepy and not be fatigued. It's fine.
Interesting.
Lowest moment, like I know we had a couple low moments in our career where, it's either things we control or it was our fault. What was a low moment in your career? I don't really see you having none.
There was a couple of them. Well, losing to the Celtics in 08 was tough. But before that, like at the beginning of the journey, was not playing. So coming in as a rookie and saying, man, if I knew this shit was going to be like this, I would have went to school.
Interesting.
Right? Because I felt like my coach, Dale Harris at the time, was trying to make sure he did not show favoritism to the young kid. And as a result, he swung completely the opposite direction and doing things that weren't really fair. And not playing. So like my first 2-3 years were brutal. Were nightmares.
People don't know that. People don't know that. People don't know you went through that your first 3 years.
No, it was tough. I sit around, I watch all my peers going out there playing 35, 37 minutes. AI, Ray Allen, they're all doing their thing. Sharif Abdul-Rahim, everybody's doing their thing. And I'm sitting here glued to the bench, getting really, really pissed off and ticked off, thinking I should have just gone to college. That was the hardest part. Yeah.
What was that breakthrough when it was okay and your number was called? Did someone get hurt? You finally just started trusting you? What was it?
During the lockout season, when the season started, Rick Fox had plantar fasciitis in both feet. But he wanted to play somebody else in front of me, and that person got hurt. And so then he had no choice but to start me but start me at small forward. And so this is when like small forwards were
Big.
small forwards.
Yeah,
This is,
big.
this is KG, this is Sharif
right.
Abdul-Rahim, this is Pip, this is like, so I started the first, 10 games at small forward. I think I started like 7 straight double-doubles or something like that. And then I've been in the starting lineup ever since.
No looking back.
But who the hell knows how long when I came off the bench before Rick didn't
Crazy.
get injured. So
It's crazy when you
rough.
see that,
It was
man.
really, really rough. It was really, really
And
rough.
especially too, like I said, I got a different side because I went to UCLA almost parallel when you came to LA. So I would see you on campus, I would see you working out in the gym, and I would know like, damn, this motherfucker's, why is he not playing? You know what I mean? I looked at it from a point of view, like, I see this dude work out, like, people don't play, like, he looks like Michael Jordan out there. Like, I would see he would come in after our UCLA practice. I remember one time you had broke your right hand, and you came up to UCLA and did a whole workout left-handed like you were a left-handed player. And I was just like, what the whole fuck? And then the next season he came back shooting left-handed shots. People like, oh my God, he's this. I was like, no, he worked on that shit his whole time he had this hand in the cast.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
watch,
it was just being
Kyrie
pissed off,
get all that from
You
you.
were just mad?
I'm not playing.
Right.
That's like you sitting down, you not playing, and you're watching everybody else kill the league when you know you should be doing that. It still pisses me off to this day because, like, ultimately, you know, what numbers would you have put up?
Oh, right.
Because everybody wants to go to that. Oh, let's go to career numbers. Go to career. I wish somebody would have told me that back
That's
then.
3,500,
told me back
4,000
then.
more points.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, those 3 years of not playing and sitting on the bench and just watching, it's frustrating.
Tough. What personal growth did you go through from 3P with Shaq, he's gone, until you won your next title with Powell and the new crew?
I understand how to connect the team more. Right? I didn't have to with Shaq, because Shaq was the guy that connected everybody, and you know, still drove a hard bargain, but he was the jovial one and connected everybody. And so I figured out how to do that, but do that in my own way.
Right.
You know, with my sarcasm and, you know, dry humor or whatever the case may be, and being authentic with guys, but still being able to build that relationship and understanding this is what it's about. And as a result, we wound up having the closest team. I mean, that was the closest team I've ever played on, man. It was, but that was the biggest change.
What was Matt like as a teammate? You know, I played with him in Golden State. As my brother, we've been through a lot of stuff on and off the court. Our moms were best friend. I was with him during a tough time when he lost his mom. So our relationship is deeper than basketball. But what was he like as a teammate?
Yeah. Exactly what I thought he was going to be. Feisty,
Yeah.
tough, competitive, and not afraid of big moments. You know, and that's what I respected the most. Guys that aren't afraid. You got to have some cojones. You playing with me, you ain't got no cojones, man. I ain't messing with you.
Well,
I already know.
that kind of leads me to the next thing, because I think people think there's such a disconnect between y'all because of the shit in Orlando. When
yeah.
I
People
take the
really
ball-
think that.
No, I wanted him because of what happened
what
in
he told me.
Orlando.
That's what he told me. That's what he said.
He's like, I remember he says, like, anyone crazy enough to fuck with me is crazy enough to play with me. You know what I mean? So it was funny though, because that was just a back and forth game, and that kind of just spoke to both of our competitiveness.
Yeah.
You know, the year before you guys had beat Orlando, so we come back the next year thinking, okay, we're gonna play the Lakers again. We're getting towards the end of the season. It's a back and forth game, and I tell people when I played you, like, I just look forward to it because, I mean, everyone knows how fucking good you are, but you mentally attack people too. You do your little Kobe shit where you're elbowing and grabbing, knocking the wind, elbowing me right here,
I don't know
knocked
what you're talking about, man.
everything out of me.
Everything.
I caught a dunk tip, he elbowing me. I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm the one getting fouls. I'm the one getting teased. So it just came to a head. We're like, man, fuck it. I might have to fight this dude. You know what I mean? Like, fuck basketball, fuck everything. So the play was crazy because I literally just faked the ball, and it wasn't like thought of or anything. And I didn't realize how close it came to your face. Obviously you didn't move, but then when I saw after, like, that shit was, I mean, like, your eyelashes touched that shit, and this motherfucker might have been the only person on the planet. Like, you flinched just off some regular shit. Like, I put a whole basketball in his face after we had really been going through it, and he just,
I would tell this story about, we was in San Antonio, this is my second time. I turned around to shoot a jumper and you hit my whole arm. The referee's right there, don't call nothing. You take the ball, haul up court right, so you know me, I'm always arguing with the refs. I'm in a full argument with the ref, but I'm guarding you at the same time. And so you start telling me, you better pay attention, motherfucker. You better pay attention. So I'm arguing with the ref, trying to listen to you. You shoot the motherfucker from the logo, net.
Give me a look. Then the referee give me the same little look. Like I'm like, so look, this one made it worse. Then pop sub me right out.
Of course he
I'm
did.
like, oh shit.
Of course
He go up
he
at
did.
60 now. I can't get my get back.
Hey man, I just try to fuck with y'all as much as possible. 'Cause I knew if I, y'all coaches, Pop, Gundy, man, you fucking coaches is crazy, man. They're awesome, but they're crazy.
Yeah.
In a little, they like
Different way,
yeah. So I just tried to do what I could to take you guys out of the game. Even if it meant like your replacement, the person that was coming in for you guys did a better job guarding me.
Yeah.
Then I'd be comfortable with that.
Just to
Oh, yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let them come in and guard me. Yeah, they do a much better job than these two guys.
Let them
First it
come
was
get
Bruce
some.
Bowen, then me, then somebody else. He's just knocking us all
Yeah,
off.
and then you wait, and then you roast them, and
Yeah.
then you guys over there like, what the fuck am I doing over here?
That's how it happens.
A lot of long night, but my whole thing with you was, to me, good defense is never going to stop great offense. I just wanted to make you work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, with me, there was going to be hard fouls. There was going to be no easy layups. If you shot fake me too many times, I'm just going to foul
gonna
you.
foul
Fuck
you,
it.
yeah.
I'm just going to foul you hard. You know what I mean? And that's what I explain to people. Like, great offense is always going to be great defense. You just want to make them work for everything. So if you scored 30 points, I wanted you to take 30 shots.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that
We
was
went
always
back
my
and forth
approach.
in threes when we was in Golden State,
Golden State, that was fun.
in LA.
That was
I made the
fun.
first, he looked at me like, are you serious?
Yeah,
Can't get a shot all second half.
It's gonna be one of them nights. This motherfucker got hot.
Have you ever sat down and had like a real off the camera combo with MJ?
Oh yeah.
What
Wow.
is that like?
Looking in the mirror.
No, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. No, we're really different. It's crazy. Like he'll compete
To you.
with anything.
To you, y'all different.
I mean, I guess. I mean, like he'll compete with any and everything. I won't. I only compete with things that I really am good at. Like I'm not just gonna.
Compete on something you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
He'll compete
Like, He'll
regardless.
compete at everything. He'll talk basketball all day long and nonstop and compare. Well, what would have happened if, my 91 against your 03? And la 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 la. Like what's this? That?
What would have happened in your opinion?
Come on, you can't ask him that, man.
I want to know. Would it have been complete dominance? Would it have been a 7-game series? What would it have been?
What he started the conversation with was, well, I would have destroyed you. And stuff. And, listen, I just said, listen, just remember who you're talking to. Yeah. And he just started laughing. He was like, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. And then we just kind of moved on.
That's dope.
But it would have been fun.
That's
That'd
dope.
been fun.
That's dope, man. Just to even know that y'all had that conversation is dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
How bad? I remember playing with you. Your whole thing is that you said, I want to sit at the table with MJ.
Yeah.
Meaning you wanted that 6th ring. What did it mean not to be able to get that?
Oh, it pissed me off. But things are what they are. You gotta you push for a goal, and my original goal was to try to win 8.
8.
And you push for it, and you push for it, and you push for it, and you do the best you can. But then at the end of the day, you can be comfortable with the results and where they landed and where they ended up. And so, that's the most important thing. That's why I can be really, really comfortable with the career that I've had, because I worked as hard as you possibly could. And that's it.
You and Shaq were able to win 3 together. Obviously, there's been back and forth of, what he was like, what you were like, whatever. But if you guys were on the same page, connected mentally, how many do you realistically feel like you could have won?
Yeah, San Antonio was tough. They were tough. And so, like, when the playoffs came around, it wasn't like Shaq and I weren't on the same page. When the playoffs came around, we always were on the same page. We just got beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, we've the bigger question should be, how many would we have won if the Spurs weren't the Spurs? Because you probably would have ran the
Tim
table for a
Duncan,
decade.
That year,
No, he was
killing. He was by himself that year.
he was lights out. He was lights out, right? And so the talent, the coaching, everything in San Antonio was kind of a perfect storm. And so if they weren't in the picture, we probably would have run 10 in a row. And they'd probably say the same thing about us.
That's crazy.
You got a lot of young players that's reaching out to you now.
Yeah.
Your advice to them, like what you tell them, like how does that feel?
Depends what they ask. I mean, like a lot of them will come and ask about their game and things that they should do and things like that. And I say, listen, you know the answer to that. I don't know. Like, what makes you uncomfortable when you play. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing for kids nowadays is that they want to rely on coaches too much and workout guys, which is fine to have them help you work out, but you have to tell them what you need, right? You have to be able to say, okay, I feel uncomfortable with this. And if you don't know, then you're not as prepared as you should be, right? You need to know what your strengths and weaknesses are first. And then, I can tell you some of the things, some of the rhythmic things or some of the exercises or how much repetition you need to be doing on certain things. But you got to know your game.